Hello, this is Ian Austin and welcome to another episode of Friday Night Fright, the fourth episode of season 2. Today, it's Thursday the 24th of January and I've been on vacation this week. So my life has predictably been completely manic because while I have been on vacation, I've also been doing bank shifts on work and at the same time I've turned 34. Yay! So unfortunately because of that, I don't think I'm going to be able to do 2 episodes of Handball Watch today, so I'm just going to do 1. And normal business will resume next week. I'm sure some of you are gutted because you thought that this was a podcast which exemplified professionalism, but need I mind you, this is not that podcast. This is an incredibly inept podcast, and it's very last minute, so you just have to take it with a pinch of salt, I'm afraid. But I am going to be recording a Handball Watch for episode 3 of Handball today, and then next week I'm hoping the final Now Live Bye Bye Man and Handball Watch episode 4 season 1, and then after that I'm not going to predict anything because who knows, I probably won't get to it anyway. But anyway, it's about to start, so remember, we fright on Friday nights, y'all. So here we go with episode 3 of season 1 of Handball. I can't even remember what happened in the last episode. I can only assume Handball had the delectable plan with lots of puns. And that plan went wrong. Oh, we're getting previously package. Oh yeah, Freya Lounge was manipulating everyone. And she saw Will Graham and thought, this guy is messed up. I want his life story, make a movie. And Lawrence Fishburne was like, you're not going to, I'm going to make that movie. And then Will and Handball were pouting at each other. And then we thinks Abigail might be a suspect because Lawrence Fishburne does, and then ended with Will and Handball sat at house, and we discovered that Handball called Old Man Hobbs up and said you need to run, but we already knew that, so that's not new information. And we're in Forest. Oh yeah, Mushroom Man from last week. We're in Forest, and it's Old Man Hobbs and Abigail, and they're scouting deer, I guess. Oh, it must be a flashback. Or flash forward. I'm going to go flashback more likely. I think for the full effect I should put my 3D glasses. Abigail looks through binoculars at a deer, and this is symbolic because they're still trying to act like she's a victim here. My 3D glasses. Oh, the deer's and everything's in 3D. The deer's jumped out the screen. Old man Abigail's going to point a gun at the deer. Her dad said, "Be patient, wait for your shot." Abigail lines up, and oh man, it's popping right off the screen, this 3D version. Oh, she shoots and the deer runs away. And old man Hobbs is sort of like, Abigail, you complete arse. And he's like, you missed on purpose, didn't you? You missed the deer. She shoots again, and I don't know if she shot the deer or not. Old man Hobbs looked through binoculars, and we hear Fudd. He's like, hey, you shot a deer, baby. And Abigail's like, I've seen Split. I'm getting uncomfortable flashbacks. We don't have an Uncle Joey, do we? Old man Hobbs is like, just get in the truck, Abigail. We're going home with the deer. They're in the truck on the way home, and the deer's on the bonnet. And they pull the deer off, 1, 2, 3. And the deer looks at Abigail, and Abigail cries a little inside. She says that the deer was so pretty, and Hobbs is like, yeah, she was pretty, but now she's dead. And Abigail says, deers are complex, why do we murder a deer? And her dad's like, because it's complex. We murder, and then we save her, and we eat every part of the deer. And Abigail is sort of like, that doesn't make any sense. How can we save the deer, and honor the deer, if we murder it? And I'm walking now, we're walking vegan. I need my happy tablets. See, this really is the most inept podcast ever created, but God here, but you all love it, don't you? Take my hack tablet. Oh, we're back and nothing's changed. He's still saying every part of this deer would be used. He's like, cull it, and Abigail's like, no, and he's like, cull it, and Abigail's like, no, and he's like, this is a 3D episode, Abigail. You start stirring them and you cut the deer, and it's sort of like, don't damage the organs. We need the meat, Abigail. We need the meat. And she cuts, and she's like, I'm not going to eat this. And Dad's like, you fucking buried this. If we don't eat this deer, this is all for naught. And it's symbolic. Someone murdered some teenagers. And Abigail's like, no, we're not. He's like, Just practice. We'll honour her. If we don't eat everything, it's murder. And Abigail's like, Dad, you go murder some teenagers. He's like, no. She's like, if you are, that's not going to stand up in court. And it's like, I don't give a shit about court. I'm between me and God. And God says, if I kill something and I eat all of it, it's not really dead. I love that that's basically his entire logic. Like, God will forgive me as long as I eat every organ. But if I damage one, if I cut into the liver, then I can't possibly go to heaven. This is the best and stupidest TV show of all time. Oh, and Abigail wakes up and she's got a tube down her throat. And she's like, no, it's blood on my hands. And oh, tube down my throat. And she starts ripping shit out. And oh, don't pull it out of your throat. Oh, she's coughing because she's ripped the can out. And if I work in hospital, if she'd done that in real life, she'd bleed everywhere and it'd be very messy. Abigail needs to think the porters and HCAs would have to clean that up. It'd be very messy indeed, Abigail. And of course, this is for TV by Brian Fuller, who most of you know from Handball, some from Pushing Daisies, and some from his time in American Gods, where he went so far over budget that they fired him. Placed him with his two executive producers who became showrunners, but they went over budget, so they fired them too. And people are still wondering why isn't Brian Fuller come back and make more Handball? Well, for the simple reason, A, he doesn't have rights to Silence of the Lambs. B, he can't stay under budget. And C, very few people watch these shows, and they're still wonderful. It's not a reason not make them. Well, it is a reason not make them from the business side. But the whole point of making TV is for it to be profitable, and there's no way anything Brian Fuller makes can be profitable in the long run, because it's made for a very marginal group of people, very small population, maybe million or so. The only way you can justify it is if Amazon or Netflix got involved, but Netflix can't because Amazon have stream rights, except Netflix now have stream rights. No, it was Amazon can't because Netflix has stream rights, but it's made by Warner Brothers or something, who own Amazon. So the rights are all tangled up in a big ball, and meanwhile Silence of the Lambs is owned by a completely different group of people who are like, yeah, look, Brian Fuller, we don't want to see Clarice in slow motion do one plot point for 6 episodes. So I don't know, I mean, I'd love to see it, I really would, but I don't. Brian Fuller's not in the habit of making people money. He's in the habit of making breathtaking television that fuck all people watch, which is a Netflix special, but despite having streaming rights, they don't have rights to produce new episodes or something. I don't know, it's all a bit silly because this is meant to be a 6-season show and they had to rush for it in 3 seasons, and then I don't know, they've covered most of the beats except Silence of the Lambs at this point. And also it'd be really weird, like, not to spoil you guys for how the series ends, but the Handball from this show, in Silence of Lambs, I don't know how well that worked, because when they did the adaptation for Red Dragon, it was the same dialogue from the movies and books put through Mads Mikkelsen's Hannibal Lecter, and it's breathtakingly weird, because it doesn't match his character at all. They move so far away from it, and the way they resolve that arc is just, I love this show, but that's genuinely insane. Oh, and ignore the teaser, first episode of, ignore the teaser and all of that hints at Red Dragon, because when they finally get that storyline, they don't remember any of that shit. It's never brought up, it's never raised. And when Abigail's reading the Tatler in her room, and Dr. Alana Blom walks in, Abigail asks, she's doctor, and it's like, not medicine, I'm a psychiatrist. And Abigail was like, well, how do you get access to my room? It's like, nurses let me. And Abigail was like, no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't let you in, and they wouldn't shut the door. And Alana's like, look, it's fine, just go with it. It's Hollywood, it's not a medical drama. And Abigail says, no, I won't. And Alana's like, look, please talk to me, because if you talk to me, there's a chance that Lawrence Fishburne will let you be in a movie based on your life. You know, he's very interested. He thinks he can play either Willie Graham or your father, Old Man Hobbs. He's toying with Willie Graham because he thinks Willie's the meatier part. Oh, Alana reveals that Abigail's parents haven't been buried because they didn't die a Christian death. Mother's cremated, and Alana's like, wait, what? Abigail's like, what? She's like, well, what about my dad? And Lauren's like, well, they're going to cut him open and stay him because it's complicated. And Lauren's like, I can't keep track of these names. Sorry, go walk, I got to make drink. So, we're getting this riveting dialogue here. You have to remember, when Brian Fuller makes the TV show, by the way, he either has really gripping sequences of like cool plot or stuff like that, or visuals, or he literally just has two people sitting talking to each other in a really flat way. There's no two ways between it. He's a very, very odd human being, but a great writer, good director, actually. Yes, somewhat. This episode's really popping in 3D, by the way. These really boring sequences where nothing happens and two people talk at each other. Random shit flies out the screen. Like, I swear I just saw a Friday Night Fright loot box, which I'll happily open for you right now. Tearing open loot box, tearing open, and what's inside? Nothing, an IOU's inside. No, we make, in quotation marks, these breathtaking items, but they're pieces of shit. Why did anyone want Friday Night Fright loot box, by the way? Rubbish. If they existed, they'd be rubbish. They're even worse for not existing. Oh, we're getting a production meeting between Lawrence Fishburne, Alarm Bloom and Handball. Handball still won't agree being a movie, so Lawrence Fishburne's like, screw it. Okay, let's get method. Let's work a scene. Imagine I was a cop. Okay? Is Alarm serial killer? Abigail serial killer. It's like, Alani knows she is. And they're like, fine, let's role play. Okay, she's not. Alana says she's not. She's manipulative. Handball's like, she's not because she's my daughter. And Lance is like, good. This is good stuff. It's good stuff. It's good. You have given this. They're really... Whenever Lawrence Fishburne says, and action, and pretends to be Jack Crawford, these two are rehumanising her. They're really, really acting like he's actually a cop. He points out that Alana can't say shit here because Dr. Lecter's weird psychiatrist. Oh, we're doing a presentation on the Minnesota strike, aka Garrett Hobbs, and talking about victims. He murdered 8 years over an 8-month period. He had same height, same eye colour, same age, same height, same weight. He said height twice, as his daughter Abigail. I don't think that's true. That seems quite coincidence. There was a 9th victim, but she had a liver disease, so he didn't murder her. Wait, yeah, he did. What? Oh, no, he didn't, because that's one Handball murdered. Lawrence Fishburne, aka Jack Crawford, attends the seminar. Handball looks at a picture of the victim and he's like, we describe this as an intelligent psychopath, a sadist. He will never kill like this again. Handball's like, yes, I won't. Weir's like, how would we catch him? And Handball's like, why are we listening to Weir? He's insane. Weir gives a psychological profile of Handball and the killer. He doesn't know it's Handball because he's a bit of an idiot. He points out that it could only be Handball by going through motives and all of that. He's literally... He could draw a picture right now and it would actually be Handball. And Handball's thinking, well, it's great that Lawrence Fishburne's not actually a cop and you're also not a cop because you can't arrest me for this. He literally keeps coming close-ups of Hannibal Lecter. It's amazing. It's not even subtle. Like, some shows would actually go down the route of, oh, it's not Hannibal, it's a new character. Hannibal's not a killer yet. We're going to see it become one. This show's like, no, he's blatantly a serial killer. He's blatantly a cannibal. He murdered that woman. He's literally stood there watching this shit, looking as incredibly guilty, and no one suspects. It's not the... He smiled there. It's literally... This is not the origin of Hannibal Lecter. This is not the origin. This is the equivalent of, like, It really... Like, I imagine this show was pitched as the origin of Hannibal Lecter and Will Graham. And I bet that's what the network picked up. And I bet that's what they wanted. A really good origin story for Hannibal Lecter and Will Graham to explain how they became who they were. That's what we wanted. And what did Brian Fuller give them? He gave them a fully formed Hannibal who's character arc throughout this series doesn't exist. All he wants is to have sex with Wee Graham. That's his entire character arc. Have sex with Wee Graham and be a surrogate father. That's it. Wee Graham's character arc is to be driven more and more insane until he realises that he too wants to have sex, but with Hannibal Lecter. That's the character arc. The only character arc in the show is Lawrence Fishburne trying to get rights to Wee Graham's life story by pretending he's a cop and realising that he's in over his head and having nervous breakdown throughout. That's the only character arc, to the point where Lawrence Fishburne believes he's a cop named Jack Crawford. That's the only character arc in this entire show. That's it. Imagine the network getting this pilot and thinking, this is amazing, Brian, but it's not an origin story of Hannibal Lecter. How is this going to go beyond the season? And he's still like, no, it will, because we're going to have 2 seasons as an original story. Then we're going to have season for Red Dragon. And then we're going to have a season mixing present day and Hannibal Rising. And then we're going to have season for Silence of Lambs. Or maybe set in Australia or Argentina. And then we're going to have season set in Silence of Lambs. And then we're going to have an original one. And they're like, dude, look, you're not getting that far, Brian. You need to speed this up. And also, we would really like a procedural drama with these 2 characters, with Hannibal Lecter and with Wee Graham. That's what we want, Brian. We want a procedural drama like Elementary with Sherlock that can last for 10, 11 years. Can you do that? And Brian was like, well, it doesn't make any sense. Hannibal's a cannibal. So like, yes, if you gradually made him one, instead of literally making him fully formed in first episode, and in the finale in a couple of years, he's pretty much the same character, that would be useful. And Brian Fuller, God help me, he's a great writer, but he cannot play the game at all. It's amazing. It's like, he's the sort of guy who'd be perfect for Amazon or Netflix. Someone who cares about ratings to a degree, but cares more about creating industry awareness. You know, where your shows don't need to get a certain rating. Brian Fuller goes to networks and goes, I want Hannibal Lecter. They give him Hannibal Lecter, it gets 3 years, and they think, there's nothing here that appeases us from a mainstream buzz standpoint. We cannot do a sweeps episode, we cannot do a crossover, because your characters are horrible human beings and no show would touch them. And that's not me putting down Hannibal. I love this show. But let's be honest, this show going 3 years, 13 episode seasons, was a fucking miracle. So we should be glad about that. Anyway, back to the show. They're in a greenhouse, and Hannibal are talking to Abigail about nightmares. And I don't think Wee Graham's the person I would send talk to post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depressed, borderline suicidal teenager's father just tried to cut her neck. You know, like Wee Graham, and Hannibal's just letting it happen. I love that none of these people, Wee doesn't stop any point and say, Hannibal, why am I taking point in this situation? Why aren't you? You're a psychiatrist. Why am I talking to this emotionally traumatized woman? Why don't you fucking do it? You know? And then Hannibal and Will just walking down the street. They might as well hold hands, really. And yeah, there's Freddie Lowndes who's sort of like, hey, I tried to character assassinate you. And sort of like, please let me apologise, because I'm going to be a key main cast member for the next few seasons, and we need to justify me being in the show. Hannibal's like, Miss Lowndes, fuck off. And she's like, look, I'm here to talk to Abigail to solve the mystery. And was like, look, no, you literally told her I was insane. I have you for libel. And Freddie Lowndes was like, no, imprint is slander. And they have a discussion over whether it's libel or slander. And Hannibal's just stood there in the background and was like, I thought I told you to fuck off. And she's like, look, I can make it worse. And it's like, please don't piss me off. I'm genuinely, I'm terrified for her at this point, because as he says, look, I literally spend all my days thinking about how to kill people. You don't want to piss me off. And then she writes an article about it, and Lawrence Fishburne's like, look, I can't make a movie about you. You're not likable enough. Be more likable. And Hannibal's like, look, can you just be either Jack Crawford or Lawrence Fishburne? Don't be both. And where Lana's like, well, it could be worse. Could be about Abigail and Lawrence Fishburne and Jack Crawford. Lawrence Fishburne, Jack Crawford's like his victory. It's like, she's not going home. Okay, she is going home. That's very quick. And Lana's like, look, shit. Alana, yeah, she's, oh God, I can't keep track of this. Hannibal sat there looking at this fuck again. I don't know if this Lawrence Fishburne, Jack Crawford thing's going to go the distance. I'm getting really confused now. Anyway, they ask Hannibal what they're doing. He's like, we should take her home. But it might help her, but might, cause her be in denial. Lawrence Fishburne's fucking, I'll just call him Lawrence Fishburne. He's like, I'm going to choose the objective which best serves my agenda, but find me a copycat. Alana's like, look, we should not take her home. That's fucking stupid. Anyway, there's a guy at a cafe who's talking very loud, and he's a hipster, and he's got a crap haircut, and he's sort of like, I'm angry. My sister's dead. I don't want to talk to you. She is murdered by Garrett Jacobs. And his teenage adults like, I would murder him, but he's already dead. He's like, there was no justice, and I'm not comforted. Freddie Lowndes is like, it's so easy. My sister's impaled on severed stag head, cut down the middle. You pulled out her lungs while she's still breathing. There's no comfort in that. Hannibal's really fucked up. He really wants fresh ingredients too. Freddie's sort of like, look, don't remember her that way. That's a rookie mistake. What you need to do is we need to team up, because I want to catch Will Graham. I think it's him. I think he murdered her. And also, I think you should murder Abigail Hobbs. And this guy's like, wait, what? That's what? No, I don't understand. Anyway, we're back in Bloomington, Minnesota, the Hobbs residence. Seriously, why was this poor woman put in protection for this psychopath? Will Graham, again, I love the show, but this portrayal of Will Graham, it's so strange because, like, the movie version with William Peterson and Ed Norton, they were nothing like this guy. This guy is literally against Cathcart thing. It's not like he's gradually driven insane by everything that's going on and to the point where he quits. This guy's already on the barrier before the show's even started. This is not what any network would want. There is no downgrade for Will Graham. He could be in his two slices right now, and movie versions both seem relatively in control, It was like the fear was portrayed via mannerisms rather than outright looking like he hasn't slept in a year. Although I say that, but this is a really good performance. It's not Will Graham from books. Anyway, they're at Abigail's home and someone's written cannibals on the door. And for those who listened a few weeks ago, hey, I recapped Green Inferno, which was cannibalistic, It's wonderful, wonderful movie. They find a bunch of evidence boxes which have been left lying around, which that seems very sloppy. In fact, how would they even have access to this place? If the evidence boxes are there, why wouldn't this place still be a crime scene? I don't think she'd be allowed back here. Anyway, Alana's like, we should go, and everyone is like, Alana, just enough, okay? Enough. So all pictures on the fridge have been turned around, and we're like, crime scene cleaners would do that. So I don't want to look at your fucking happy family. And Abigail's like, they do a good job. There's a bit of blood there. But where all my blood was? And we're like, yes. Abigail's like, oh, you think a lot about killing, don't you? And we're like, Alan's like, that's the leading question, Abigail. Don't ask him that question. And we're like, no, it's okay, I'll answer. I do. And we're like, I pretend to be like your dad, and people like your dad, I get into their thoughts because how does it feel like? She asked, and we're like, he had a design. He loved you, and Abigail's like, it's not what I want to know. Wiz says it's like I'm talking to a shadow suspended on dust. And Abigail's like, dude, you fucked up. And she goes over to the sink, and Wiz's like, yes, I am. Hannibal's like, he really is. Wiz's like, look, the attacks were desperate. Your dad knew he was out of time. Somebody told me you're coming. And Abigail's like, man on the phone? It's a block call. Do you recognise his voice? Abigail's like, no, I never heard it before. And Hannibal's like, don't play dumb. Hannibal isn't even covering. He's literally like, that's very curious. You don't recognise my very, very, very distinct voice. If Wiz chasing her, it's all like, look, Abigail, if the man whose voice you heard is standing behind me, you need to tell me. And Abigail's like, no. He's like, look, save us 7 episodes of trouble. Is he in this fucking room? Is it Hannibal Lecter? And Abigail's like, no. And Wiz's like, fine. I love if that actually happened. It's like, is it him, that guilty as fuck guy with the foreign voice who somehow become immersed in all of this shit, despite the fact that he's a psychiatrist? I'm a forensic police officer, off duty granted. Alana is a criminal psychiatrist. Hannibal Lecter is a general fucking psychiatrist. He should not be here. That suspect, look, you need to just tell me if he's the murderer. If he's the copycat. And Hannibal's like, can we not? Okay, let's reenact the crime. And Abigail's like, you be my dad, to her. Oh man, she says, Hannibal, you be man on phone. He looks at her like, you little shit, I'll fucking eat you. And then walks off. He's like, that's so blatant. Hannibal's like, I'm pissed off this shit. Look, she fucking thinks she says anything more, I'm a murder all 3 of them. I love that that's the implication. That Hannibal's like, look, all I need is permission to murder you guys. And we're just like, wait, what? I don't know. Hannibal's like, can we see where your dad made putty? Because we think that's where everyone's murdered. Oh, one of Abigail's friends appears. And she's like, hello. And Abigail's sort of like, hey. And they talk. And her friend's sort of like, Abigail, your dad was sick. But did he ever have, like, fancies about me? And she's like, that's not cool, dude. Don't mention that. And her friend, I'm called Tim Bob. So I ain't talked to the news. Look, I just was making jokes, right? My mum don't even want me talking to you, much less the news. So all I have to do is make jokes. And she's still like, look, I'm talking to you right now. So clearly I ain't listening to my ma. But I will know something, Abigail. Did you do it? Are you the killer? Abigail's like, no, my father did it. He's sort of like, are you an accomplice? And Tim Bob's sort of like, I don't think you're the type to do it. And Abigail's like, you don't think I'm capable? She's like, that's not what I said. Anyway, I didn't think your father was the murder-suicide type. Although I guess the hunting could have been a clue. Seems quite specific. Mine or his. Tim Bob's sort of like, oh, maybe you did it then. Ha 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 ha. Look, I don't think you did it. Fucking chill out. Oh no, Trenchcoat's back. He's like, I think you're a fucking murderer. Abigail's like, fuck off, this property. He's like, you fuck. You were bait, right? That's how it worked. Abigail's like, I'm not fixing your plot off, mate. Fuck off. You learned back to your day, didn't you? And Tim Bob's like, fuck off, and throws a rock at him. He's like, I'll fucking get you. I'm going to get you. Your dad, oh, they throw a rock at him again. It's like, fuck off, Trenchcoat. And then wearing Hannibal there. Hannibal's like, look, you take him down, I'll eat him. We're like, not now, Hannibal. As Trenchcoat runs off, Hannibal's like, I have his scent. I'll find him. Tim Bob's mum walks up, so like, Marissa, Tim Bob, get the fuck back here. And Tim Bob's like, why are you such a bitch? And Hannibal's like, I can use this. And then she casually leaves. And we're just like, who was that boy? And Abigail's like, I don't know. We're like, did he touch you? And she's like, no, he didn't fucking touch me. We're like, he did, I'll kill you. Hannibal's like, he may be gone, but I can track him. We're like, how are you going to track him? Hannibal's sort of like, I know how to find him. I'm a man who tracks people. And he finds a rock and he covers it up. He covers up and says, we should report crime. We're like, yes. Hannibal's like, I've covered up the evidence. He walks over to Abigail. He's like, you bad, Abigail, bad. She's like, what? Then it ends. Will's in bed having another either a wet dream about handball or a flashback about, he's having a wet dream about Moose. He's got Abigail by the throat as a Staglet song, and he saw that I'm going to pretend to be dad, and he slits her throat, and blood goes everywhere, and Stag is like, in slow motion. That popped out screen in 3D. That really did. Will wakes up covered in sweat and I'm assuming various other fluids. He gets out of bed and he's like, I feel bad. I've got to play with my dogs. At this point, actually, it's an interesting question. Is Will as fucked up as Francis Starhide? Because they're never going to whiz that story, but having wet dreams about murdering Abigail Hobbs and getting turned on by a stag, that seems pretty fucked up. Again, it's no progression. Abigail and cops come by and they go to the old cabin and it's a crime scene. Well, if it's a crime scene, why are they there? I don't understand. They walk inside and it's empty. And Abigail's like, we murdered the deer here. And see, this was the point I thought. I was getting the impression that they're actually going to murder a woman, Or maybe they did. Maybe that's implication. But I don't know. Anyway, they're looking round and Abigail's like, this place, who cleaned this place? He may definitely buy himself glue, butter. He sold pits on eBay in town. Will's like, he didn't. He didn't see the parts. He's been eating. Oh shit, she remembers. She's realised that she ate all the shit. She's like, no. Did I eat them? And Will's like, yeah. Abigail's like, I ate them, didn't I? And Will's like, I just fucking said yeah. Hannibal's like, look, it's very likely your dad was a hoarder. He kept everything. And Abigail says, well, just before he tried murdering me, he said he murdered them so he wouldn't have hurt me. And Alana's like, look, no, don't go down that route. And Abigail's like, if he murdered me, they'd all be alive. And Alana's like, no, there'd probably be more dead. Blood drips on their head because these are the most inept crime scene detectives ever. And Will's like, it's blood. And Alana's, it's blood. It's only just formed though, so it's fresh. Will walks upstairs, he's like, I'll go first. I'll see what's going on. He looks and he sees the dead body of Marissa, which has happened really fucking quickly. And she's wearing underwear at least. Or pants. She's being impaled on a bunch of deer horns. And Will lifts her face. Abigail runs upstairs, like, Tim Bob, no! Hannibal's like, you shouldn't see this. Alana, get her downstairs. She's like, Tim Bob! And Tim Bob's dead. Although it happened way too quick. There's a lot of supernatural shit in this universe. Lawrence Fishburne arrives and it's like, I want to see body. And they're like, again, are we really pretending you're a copy? So, look, I want to see body. He looks at Abigail, it's like, you fucking did it, didn't you? Anyway, he talks to Will about a guy by the stream, Trenchcoat Man. And they have chat. Oh no, Hannibal's there. And sort of like Cassie Ball, the woman on the stag. Hannibal's sort of like, she had brother, Will says. And Hannibal's like, yes. And Will's like, Garrett Jacobs didn't kill him. Hannibal's like, I know, because I did it. What? Garrett Jacobs with on the death part though. Whoever killed her just took lungs. Will's like, you know a lot about this shit. Anyway, Lawrence Fishburne's sort of like, look, shit happened and another woman's dead. This seems entirely related to what's already going on. Lawrence Fishburne is really getting worked up. He's like, look, this is getting complex. Let's simplify this because I can't save this story Hollywood and you have to ignore him. He points out Garrett Jacobs never punched his villains and Hannibal's sort of like, yes, he didn't, but Copcat was provoked. It was Nicholas Boyle. He murdered both. The Trenchcoat Man murdered both of them. That's Hannibal's theory. And Lawrence Fishburne's sort of like, I really think that's a stretch, and I don't think that'll work as a movie. It seems it's not related to the main plot. Lawrence Fishburne at this point is really angry. He's like, look, this doesn't work for a movie. It doesn't work for a TV show. Who would pick this up? Can you simplify this for me? And Hannibal's sort of like, look, shut the fuck up, Lawrence, okay? I'm sorry to be so crude, but you're talking shit. Can you just pretend to be a cop? And he's like, fine, I'll give you a motive breakdown. So Long Fishburne looks at them and goes, right, I'm going to pretend to be a cop for the next month, okay? I'm not going to be Long Fishburne. And then he says, I think we should arrest Abigail Hobbs. And two of them, right, you choose now, stop being an actor now? It's like, look, she's under arrest, get me Abigail Hobbs. Hannibal's like, I'm not one of your officers. He's like, you stay here. He's going to get Abigail. I want a fucking word with you. Reporters rush to try and ambush Abigail. She's been driven out of the area by Hannibal, who's masterful at avoiding reporters. Oh no, it's Alana they've driven into the house. Alana's there, and she's like, Abigail's there. Oh, they've driven her home, okay. But Tim Bob's mum runs up, so I'm going to kill Abigail. You murdered my daughter. Abigail's like, I didn't do shit. He's like, why'd you come back? Why'd you come back? Hannibal's like, get the fuck back. Get out of here. Get out of here. Tim Bob's mum falls on Hannibal and starts crying. And it's all like, I don't know what the father means. And a nice Chianti. Now fuck off. And she walks away. Because she's scared of Hannibal. Alana's sort of like, to Abigail, we need to go in the house. Hannibal's like, I'll be back up. Oh shit, Freddie Lounge is, how's she getting? She's like ninja. Hannibal's like, Freddie, fuck off, alright? Freddie's sort of like, look, I want to tell you a story. I want to say it Hollywood. Hannibal's like, look, we just went through a shit for Lawrence Fishburne. Go away. And then Freddie's sort of like, hey, maybe Trenchcoat Man's nearby. And Hannibal's like, there's a lot of maybes in that sentence. Have you seen a young man, mid-20s, ginger hair, unwashed? Freddie's like, if it's important, if you tell me why it's important, I might tell you. And Hannibal's like, yes. So they walk in the house with no police protection as Hannibal stood outside. Abigail's inside, chilling out on her own with fuck all police protection. She's crying. That sort of teen cry. And oh man, Trenchcoat Man breaks in the house as Abigail keeps crying. And Trenchcoat Man is sort of like, Abigail hears that none of it is going to go to waste and realises that pillows and shit are going to be made of fucking dead people too. So she starts cutting open pillows and surely this shit will be evidence. And she pulls out and inside is human hair as Abigail starts freaking out. She's like, I don't understand. She starts crying and throwing shit everywhere. Trenchcoat Man is sort of like, I'm not going to hurt you, okay? I just want you to listen to me. And Abigail's like, no, I'm backing up from you. So like, look, I didn't murder anyone, okay, says Trenchcoat Man. I didn't kill her. As Abigail runs, he grabs her, throws her against the wall, and she stabs Trenchcoat Man in the gut. And Trenchcoat Man's like, that's murder. Abigail's like, no, it's double jeopardy. So like, no, you murdered me once. That's murder. Abigail's like, no, please, no. She holds the knife and realises, oh shit, I'm going to go away from life. She starts freaking out and crying, holding the bloody knife and wishing it was a dream. Alana starts walking forward. Hannibal sees Abigail bleed, covered in blood, saying, oh shit! He smashes Alana's head against the wall, but it's just enough to knock her out. He places her down gently, says she'll be alright, and then turns to Abigail and sort of like, my, you've been a bad woman. And he's sort of like, Abigail, show me what happened. And she's like, what the fuck? So they walk downstairs and Hannibal's like, I want to see the body. Abigail's like, this is really weird, but okay. And there's still been no cops who've come in, by the way. Hannibal asks, was he going to murder you? And Abigail isn't sure. He looks at the body and goes, oh, you need disemboweled, this shy boy. God, he's really fucked up. It's disgusting. Hannibal's like, this is not self-defense. You butchered him, Abigail. And Abigail's like, what? No, I didn't mean to. If I did, it was an accident. And Hannibal's like, look, chill out. They'll see what you did. And they'll see you as an accessory to crimes of your father. Oh, Hannibal's good. He's manipulating shit. Abigail's like, no, I wasn't. Hannibal's like, this is so easy. This is wonderful. I'm free. Hannibal's sort of like, look, you need to ask me to give you assistance, okay? You ask me to take you out, I will, at great risk of my career and my life, I'll make you my apprentice. Always two there are, a master and an apprentice. Tell me you're defensive when you guided this man, or we can hide the body. And Abigail's like, who are you? He's like, don't you know my voice, Abigail? She's like, no. He's like, well, you're really doing this? You're really playing dumb? You don't know my distinctive voice? Okay, fine, we'll get to that later. Abigail, we need to hide the body. Anyway, cops finally walking up as Alana's like, I don't remember shit. My head was smashed into a wall. I felt Hannibal's hand on my head, and then I passed out. And that's like, that's not enough to do anything. But we think Nicholas Boyle attacked Abigail. You struck Lecter back to the head. We're just like, no, Lecter's a shy guy. Alana asks where Abigail is, and we find out that she apparently scratched Trenchcoat Man, and Nicholas murdered Marissa. And then Alana's sort of like, he got away, and Jack's like, I'll catch him. I'll fucking catch him. See, now we simplify shit. Trenchcoat Man's the murderer of Marissa. We'll track him down and make a great little bit of character working move, maybe off screen, maybe a small case to get to big case. Hannibal's in his office. He's drawing pictures. Pornography again, I'm guessing. He's creaking. As Abigail walks up, and Hannibal's sort of like, the hospital called me Abigail. See, I'm just writing the script. I'm not drawing pornography. I'm writing the script based on my life. You need to come downstairs. You know I can protect you. Abigail's like, how will you protect me? I'll immortalise you in fiction. See, Lawrence Fishburne's not going to get rights to his life story. I am, and you're going to hate me. Abigail's like, how? He's like, you are going to be my apprentice. Climb down the ladder and we'll talk. She climbs down the ladder, and he takes her by hand, and he walks over, and this is very much corrupting. She's freaking out. She's like, I won't go to sleep. I won't sleep. Hannibal's sort of like, look, we sleep per chance to dream. Can't block them, can't repress. She's like, I didn't honour him part of him, so it's just murder, isn't it? And Hannibal's sort of like, well, most would argue self-defence. She's like, that's not what you said 10 minutes ago. And Abigail's like, why wouldn't I tell you the truth? And Hannibal's sort of like, well, you couldn't prove it's self-defence. Stupid those who assume that you're taking after your father. And Abigail's like, but I didn't eat him. And she's like, wait, you're happy I killed him? Hannibal's sort of like, what would be the alternative? They kill you? And Abigail's like, I don't know if he's going to. And Hannibal's like, no, you don't. You made a choice. It's like, you're the one caught house. And Hannibal's like, yeah. I'm glad we bring this up. That would drag. She's like, what'd you say, my father? And Hannibal's sort of like, simple conversation. Asking if he's home for an interview. You lie, Hannibal. You're a liar. You told him that they were coming after him. You lying liar who lies. And she says, bullshit, you're a serial killer. And Hannibal's sort of like, you're very perceptive. Hannibal's like, I'm nothing like your dad. I'm good at my job. But I made a mistake, just like you made a mistake, and it can be easily misconstrued. That's why I'm not going to tell anyone I made a call. That's why you shouldn't either, because I have something on you. I'll keep your secret if you keep mine. And she's like, I'll keep yours. And Hannibal's like, yes. No more climbing walls, Abigail. Go back to the institution. Leave me my script. Got drafts and drafts to go before I sleep. Abigail's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I think I just made a Faustian pact. And she stares away from camera. And that's the end of the episode. That was jolly fun, wasn't it? So what have we learned? We've learned that Hannibal is smarter than everyone in this universe by far. We've learned that Will Graham is 2 seconds away from nervous breakdown. And we've learned that... We've learned Hannibal's writing a screenplay on spec about all of this shit. Fascinating to see where that goes. See you next time for the next episode of Hannibal Watch. Hello, everyone, and it's time for another episode of Movie or Porn. Yay! On today's exciting episode, we are going to be looking at the first 10 minutes of Dracula, the 2015 1 hour 33 minute movie starring Jack Palance. Oh my god, he's still alive? What the shit? Wow, okay. Apparently it's by legendary Dan Curtis. I really don't want this to be porn, I have to be honest. I don't want to watch Jack Palance porn. Hey, we've got TV acceptable porn right now in form of Outlander, the Ron Moore approved series, which as far as I've been told is set scenes and time travel. Oh, this looks like garbage. This really looks terrible. 10 minutes. I've been told subtitles aren't available for my chosen region. I'm fucking in England and you don't have subtitles, but you have this blurry shit vista shot, wide shot. That is atrocious. Did they steam up the lens or something? What the fuck am I looking? It's a castle? You could tell me this from 70s and I'd believe you. I'm going to put my 3D glasses on and see if there's any 3D-ness. There's not even horses. There's dogs pulling a carriage, but they're not pulling a carriage. The dogs are just running. Literally, all the wolves and dogs are running. That's your opening shot towards the castle. They're still running. Look, if the dogs have sex with each other, or any two of those dogs have sex, that counts as porn. This is going off. 3D glasses are making this look even more disgusting, by the way. And they run past a horse and carriage, and this looks terrible. Jack Palance walked past as they pimp out his name. I did not know he was still alive. But he's Jack Palance as Bram Stoker's Dracula. He walks downstairs. This looks like shit. He walks downstairs some more. He walks through a door and then horse and carriage takes off. It's a Dan Curtis production. He's going to make whatever that movie Tim Burton made, Dark Shadows or whatever it was. The TV show, he made that. Why would you give him a fucking movie? That show was 40 years ago. Anyway, 3D glasses go back on. A Richard Curtis looking motherfucker is riding a carriage and they're stopped. I bet you this is a... Anyway, we're in Biarritz, Hungary, May 1897 as a man walks out of a carriage with another man. Why does everyone in this movie look like budget Richard Curtis? And then even the woman looks like budget Richard Curtis. Anyway, Richard Curtis... Oh, God, don't care about his characters. They walk into an inn, I guess, with a woman who, again, looks like Richard Curtis, writing in a book with a queer. And they want to stay for the night, I guess. I just want this to be porn so I can stop watching. This is appalling. 3 minutes in, and I'm literally... This is so bad. This looks ugly. It's really ugly in 3D, but it's even uglier after 3D. Why would you start a Dracula movie with Dracula? You build up to him. You don't start with him. They've played their money shot. They've shown us a makeup devoid Jack Palance to start the movie. And that's not criticise Jack Palance. I'm glad he's not dead, and he's a very good actor. I admit that. It's just I have not heard from him in so long that it's fucking sad to see the state of his acting career. And he's in shit like this, which looks like it's made 50 years ago. You know? It looks like garbage, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't like being this critical, but this generally looks terrible. Like, it looks really old. If they hadn't put on the thing that this was made in 2015, I don't believe that this was made in 2015. I believe this was made a long time ago, and it was just... Anyway, Dracula sending letters to him? I'll have to consult my Dracula expert friend and inquire as to how bloody awful this is, and whether it's accurate in any way, because I've never read Dracula book. I'm sure I should at some point, and I will at some point, but I haven't today. Anything like this shit, fucking hell. Oh god, it's only 4 minutes. It's only 4 minutes, and there's no subtitles. Oh, I'm going to put my hat on, okay? Hat over my glasses. Anyway, impromptu Q&A, because this is terrible. 1.5 thousand hits up today. I think that's 700 at least currently as of Thursday more than we had at the end of last year. So I've gone up 700 this month, which is almost twice the amount we had in total last month. Actually, I'm just going to chat from friends. So why are you doing more titles? What is going on? Why is this movie so bad? Why am I choosing these movie porn? You start your movie again, and you're advertising Murray Brown as Jonathan Harker. I don't know who Murray Brown is. I have no context. I know Jack Palance is, but I legitimately thought he passed away. In fact, wait a second. I'm sure that he has. This can't be true. That can't possibly be true. That if he's still alive, why would he be starring in something like this? Yeah, it says was an American actor. Right, okay. That is bullshit. This movie has 2015 on it, and he passed away in 2006. What the fuck? Okay, it's exploitative enough that this might actually be porn. Where's his filmography? Right, where's his filmography? When did he make this movie? When did he make this piece of shit? When did he make it? Where's this fucking film? What the shit? Apparently his last movie was made in 2003. 1973! Sorry, hold up, pause. Let's skip out of this. Right, okay. I'm legitimately angry now, because this clearly on Amazon Prime says this was made in 2015, and it wasn't. It's made in the 70s. So my complaints about it were fine. It was not made until the end of Jack Palance's career, so this was not the last humiliation in a long career, or the final humiliation. No, this was made in the 70s. So Amazon Prime, for saying this was made in 2015, I'm stopping this movie and I'm saying this is porn, because they fucked me over, and they're fucking over everyone who puts this shit on thinking Jack Palance is still alive. I'm going to watch this movie. That is offensive. And they can use whatever justification they want. They can say, fine, it was made in it was put up in 2015. Amazon Prime, fuck you. That is bullshit. I'm not watching this anymore. I'd like to apologise to even implying... I'd like to apologise to anyone on behalf of this movie for implying that Jack Palance is still alive. He's not. That is really, really fucked up on so many levels. Amazon, I think you're a good company. I think you make good stuff, deliver good stuff. You should be ashamed of yourselves for that. That's really messed up. So that's it for Movie Porn for this week. It's definitely in porn section because it's misleading, it's exploitative, and it's really messed up. So there you go. Hopefully next week for Movie Porn I won't be watching a movie which says it's from 2015 but it was made over 40 fucking years ago, claiming that an actor who passed away in 2006 was still alive and starring in shit like this. So that's it. I'll do another Movie Porn next week, I guess. So that was another issue of Friday Night Fright. I think a pretty good one. Handball Watch was a lot of fun today. And then definitely next week I'll be doing Bye Bye Man. and Handball Watch episode 4. And then after that, who knows? I've got some ideas, but I don't want to commit to them quite yet. I think I'll let you guys know at the end of next week's episode. Move Your Pawn, where I think we all feel a little bit dirty after Amazon played that download trick on us. Misleading, very much so. 2015 is not 1973, and Jack Palance died in 2006. So thank you, Amazon, for lying and making me have a bit of hope that Jack Palance could have a career in reinvention a la John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. Nope, he's dead, and your movie lies to me. So shame on you, Amazon. If I had half mind, I'd complain about you online, but I have full mind and I can't be bothered. So next week will be Bye Bye Man Part 2 and Handball Watch Episode 4. And I'm 34. I'm 34 years old. This podcast is doing great numbers, and whenever Anchor set up the ability to do listener support, or I'm allowed to cash money out for sponsorship because they'll agree to have it as a UK thing and US thing and Canada thing. As soon as those sponsorship options or listener support kicks in, I'll set that up on Anchor. But until then, this is Ian Austin saying, remember, life is beautiful. And I'll see you next week.